after saving this file, don't have to save. Save this file. Yesterday I had this. Right? Good morning, students. So let us continue with the lectures that we're doing. We're studying about units and dimensions. And we had covered till dimensions I told you, right? So let's continue from here. I told you what are dimension of various quantities. Like for mass, what is the dimension used? It is m, right? For length it is time. Oh, sorry, for length it is L. For time it is T. So it is quite evident. You see the very first letter, this mass m reflects here, no? L reflects here as L. Then T reflects here for time. Then A reflects here. You might see that there is nothing, but there is something called ampere, the unit of current, right? And its A reflects as the as the dimension. Then K for thermodynamic temperature. How does it reflect? You know that there's something called Kelvin, and the K for Kelvin reflects here as K here, right? And CD is for luminous intensity, which we don't need, so don't worry about this much. We won't be using this. MOL for the amount of suction mole, right? So these are the dimensions. Now this will not give you a good idea. We have to do some questions to get a better picture of what does this mean, right? So let's do a bunch of problems that will make things even more clear. So let's start with writing units and dimensions of the following quantities, right? Let's write them. Starting with time. So what is the unit of time, guys? Unit is, as you know, it's seconds, it's s, and dimension will be what that I've already seen. Dimension is t, right? And if you notice, dimensions are written with what? In square brackets, right? So that is an important observation. All dimensions are written in square brackets, you can see, right? What will be the unit of 3? Unit of 3 will be what? So 3 is just a number, right? There is no unit associated with it. It's just a numerical quantity. This is just a it's just a numerical quantity, right? And hence no unit and dimension. Also called unitless and dimensionless. Right? No unit, no dimension. Unitless and dimensionless both. Then what about pi? See, pi is also a number like 22 by 7, right? Or 3.14. Now, of course, there are no units here, right? So this is also will be categorized as so unitless, which I'll call it as UL, and dimensionless, which I'll call it as DL, right? So 3.14 is also UL and DL, both unitless and dimensionless, right? Now plane angle. Let's see who can tell me plane angle, or kids can give a guess about plane angle. What will be the units of plane angle? So plane angle unit is what, guys? That I've already told you. Unit is radian, RD. Okay. I write it in short as RD. Actually, it is actual short form. Yes, RAD actually, it's not RD. RD. But I use RD. So unit is radian. What about the dimension? Let's check dimension. So theta is equal to L upon R, right? That is the formula for theta. Now, if you want the dimension of theta, that will be dimension of L divided by dimension of R. And what's the dimension of length? We saw it is L. And what will be the dimension of radius? See, radius is also a length after all, right? So its dimension will also be L, and L upon L will get cancelled, and you get L to the power 0. So L to the power 0 means 0 indicates dimensionless dl, right? So even though it has units, but it is still dimension. Got it? What about sine theta? Sine theta unit is what? See, sine theta basically is what? If you see the definition, sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, right? So no units because it is perpendicular means meter, hypotenuse means meter, meter gets cancelled, and you get so this is unitless, which I write it as UL. And what about dimensions? So sine theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and if you check the dimensions, you have to put a square bracket like this. So perpendicular means length only, right? And hypotenuse means also length. That gets cancelled, and you get L to the power 0. So, and 0 indicates it is again dimension less, right? What about other trigonometric quantities like cos theta is, as you know, base upon hypotenuse. So this was perpendicular upon hypotenuse, right? Meter. So here also you'll have if you talk about the units, it will be meter upon meter because base is also length, hypotenuse is also length. They also get cancelled, giving you 1, right? So this is also gives you, there is no unit length. And you see length and dimension point of view. So cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. And if you want dimension, you have to use square brackets like this, right? And base dimension is what? They again are length, right? Length upon length again gets cancelled, giving you L to the power 0. 0 tells you it is again dimension less. Right. Then coming down to speed. So speed is what, guys? It's represented by v, which is distance upon time. So you know what? First, we've done a lot of things. What you do is first write all this down. Then I'll tell you the rest of it. Let's take all this down. Hope you have taken this down. Now let us check speed. So what can speed be written as? Let's find out. Speed has a formula, as you know, it is length upon time, right? And if you want the unit, so it will be the unit of speed. You see, this curly brackets are used for units. Square brackets are used for dimension. Correct. So curly bracket for speed. So what is that coming out to be? The curly bracket means the units. So what is the unit of length? It will be meter. Unit of time is second. Right? So it will be meter per second. Simple. Speaking of dimensions, so dimension of speed will be what, kids? Meter means what? What is the dimension of meter? You just saw it as length and unit of seconds. I mean dimension of seconds, which is time, is what? T. So what does dimension of speed become? LT to the power minus t. Right? Similarly, next we have change in speed. Change in speed. So change in speed, let's say speed changes from 2 meter per second to 7 meter per second. So what is the change, guys? What is the change we get? Change is equal to final minus initial, and this is equal to 5 meter per second. So are you seeing change in speeds is unit is also what, guys? Is after all meter per second only, right? So this is the unit. And if you talk about a dimension m and s. So meter means length and s means time, second, right? That's time. So what does the dimension come out to be? LT to the power minus 1, right? So they both have the same dimension. So take this down, speed and change in speed. Fine. So let us go ahead, talk about more things, starting with. So, guys, what did we see when we saw speed? We saw speed, and we also saw change in speed. So, what did they both have in common? We found out that they both have the same unit and dimensions, and that's what is here. So, a quantity and change in that quantity have same units and dimensions. Right? That is what we learned. That a quantity and its corresponding change in that quantity happens to have the same unit, and not just the same unit, the same dimensions as well, right? Now what about area? Area unit would be what, guys? Meter square, right? And dimensions, because area is after all what? Length square, and basically meter square, right, which is essentially m square. And dimensions is meter is length, l square. Similarly, volume is length cube, right? So unit will be what, guys? Now length means meter, and there's a cube here that makes it meter cube. Likewise, what will be the dimension? Dimension, you see, L, sorry, M. M will translate to what? L, and that will become L cube. Now density. What is density? Mass upon volume. So what will be the unit? You know the unit of mass is kg, and unit of volume is meter cube, right? We just saw meter cube. So what is the dimension coming out to be? Dimension will be, well, this is, we have to check. See, guys, kg means what? Mass, right? So mass dimension will be what? M, and then meter, M means it is basically length, and what will be the dimension? L, but there is a cube there, so I have to put a cube. So it becomes M, which is nothing but M L to the power minus 3, and a square bracket, of course. The square bracket should be everywhere actually. Sometimes I forget, but ideally you should put it everywhere. ML to the power minus 3, and that is the dimension. Right? So now let's talk about acceleration. Acceleration is, change in velocity divided by time. So change in velocity unit will be what? Same as that of, I told you, change in a quantity and the quantity itself have the same what? Have the same unit. So what will be the unit of change in velocity? It will be same as that of velocity, because velocity and change in velocity have the same units, right? That's true for any physical quantity. So what about velocity unit, guys? That will be distance upon time, means meter upon second, divided by time unit will be what? It will be second. So it becomes what? Meter upon second square. And speaking of dimensions, meter means length and second means time. So that becomes t square. So that is LT to the power minus. That's acceleration for you. Now let's talk about force. So you know force is equal to what, guys? Mass into acceleration, right? So what will be the unit? So for units, we use curly brackets, right? So F unit will be mass unit. What is the mass unit? kg. Acceleration unit meter per. We just saw acceleration is what? Meter per second square, right? So that is the unit of force. Right? And if you were to write the dimension, so how can you write dimension? For dimension, it will be kg's dimension is what, guys? Mass. Meter dimension is what? Length. And second means t, but t to the power 2, so t square will become. So it will become mlt minus 2. So that is the dimension of force, right? First take this down, then we'll go to pressure. So what is pressure after all? Pressure we can do in the next page, right? Let's do here. So pressure. So pressure is basically force upon area. And if you want to talk about the units, it will be force units divided by area units. And what is the force unit? We just saw kg meter per second square. In the last slide, if you remember, see, force was kg meter per second square because it is mass into acceleration. So kg meter per second square, that's pressure for you. That's the unit. How about the dimension? So dimension, as you can see, will be kg means mass, so m, meter means length, s means time, and you have square of it. So that translates to mlt minus, right? Now let's see work. So work is force into displacement. And if you see the units, it will be force unit, as we know, is kg meter per second square, and displacement is meter. So that becomes kg meter square second to the power minus 2. And then speaking of dimensions, kg dimension is that's mass. So what is the dimension for mass? It is m. Meter dimension is L. Square is there, means L square. Then second dimension is time, and you have a minus 2. So it is ml square t minus 2. Then you have power. Power is, work upon time. And work we just saw, ml square t minus 2 upon time. Sorry, you have to write the units. So work unit is kg meter square, kg meter square s to the power minus 2 divided by time, which is second. So that makes it kg meter square into s to the power minus 3. And now try to write the unit dimension yourself. What is the dimension? So what will this be? What will be the corresponding dimension? Tell me. The dimension will be, let's say it one after the other, right? So kg dimension will be what, guys? Kg means mass, m, right? Then meter means length, and you have a square, put a square. Then second means time, -3, put a -3. So that's what you get. That's the dimension of power. Now what we are observing is that if you want dimension, what is the first thing you should try to get? Like dimensions are easy to write once you have the units, right? So what we see is that dimensions can easily be derived from once we have the units, right? So let's write that down. That's a very important point to notice, that the note, take this down. It is easy to find dimensions once we have it's easy to find dimensions once we have the units of the physical quantity, right? So take all this down. Now let us see what does kg means. Kg. Is it k into g? That kg that you know, is it k into g? That's the question. The answer is yes. It is kg is actually k into g. And what is k and g here? K is kilo and g is gram. So indeed, kg is kilo into g, right? And what is the value of k? Value of k is 10 to the power 3 or 1000. Similarly, is centimeter c into m? Yes, it is actually c into m. It is. And what is the value of c? What is c here, guys? C is centi and m is meter. So what is the value of centi? 10 raised to the power minus 2. Right? Take this down. Right. So let us go ahead. What about mm? Is it m? What is the meaning of mm? First one means milli. The second one means meter. And m into m? Is it m into m? Yes, very much. What is the value of m? The value of m is 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, so now these are some new things that will not be touching upon today. We'll start these things in the next class. Right? So whatever we have done till now, revise those things. We're just doing the basic things right now, and actual physics starts with vectors. After this, we'll be doing vectors. Right? Until then, this is just an eye wash, very trivial and straightforward things. So, and till now we are still doing the easier parts. Relatively more difficult parts of unit and dimension will start from here. Right? Fine. In that case, I'll see you tomorrow. That'll be all for today.
Huh. So good morning, students. Okay. Well, good morning, all of you. All of you joined. So today we are going to start. Last class we discussed up to atomic numbers 30 elements. No? So can you recollect all 30 elements until zinc we wrote, as well as mass numbers also we wrote. No, mass numbers up to 30 elements we wrote. After that I taught you what is atomic number. Atomic number is represented by the symbol Z. Now what is atomic number? The number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom is called atomic number. So that is shown by the symbol what Z we wrote yesterday. And mass number is sum of protons plus neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. And in order to find number of neutrons, what is the relation we wrote? Number of neutrons is equal to mass number minus atomic number. This is what we wrote yesterday. Correct? Now write one question. So in exam point of view, how they ask, write one question. Find the number of electrons. You know, electron is shown by the symbol E minus 1 0, proton and neutron. In, now see, first part I am giving sulfur 1632. B part I am giving O816. C I am giving you N714. D I am giving you phosphorus 1531. Now in this, how many electron? Tell me, write in the order. First you write for electron, second you write for proton, third one you write for neutron. Now see students, done everyone, might be you all are familiar this. Electrons, see, in a neutral atom, how many protons will be there? Same number of electrons will be there. So how many protons here? There are 16. So electrons will also be 16. Next I asked you protons. Protons will also be 16. But neutrons to get what you do? 32 minus 16. So all come 16, 16, 16. Might be everyone got this? Simple. So electrons are 16, protons are 16, neutrons are 16. Now do it in the second. Oxygen having atomic number 8, mass number 16. So how many electrons will be there in this? 8 electrons will be there. Protons also comes 8. Neutrons will be how many? 16 minus 8. 8 no? So here neutrons will be 8. Simple. Everyone understood now? Simple it is. Now find in case of nitrogen. What is the atomic number here? 7. So electrons, protons remain same in a neutral atom. 7 electrons, 7 protons, and neutrons comes how many? 7. All come 7, 7, 7. Now find in case of phosphorus having atomic number 15, mass number 31. So electrons comes how many here? 15 electrons will be there. Protons also 15. Mass number how much? Subtract from 31 minus 15. 11 minus 5. 6 here 2, 1. 16 will be neutrons. So understood the same concept. This is basic we are studying. When we go into the chapter, next we start into the chapter. You have to know how to find electron, proton, neutron. There we discuss mole concept. In the mole concept, you have to know how to find electron, proton, neutron. Simple, no? So here point what you have to catch in a neutral atom, how many electrons will be there? Same number of protons. So here make a note. In a neutral atom, what is meant by neutral atom? Not bearing any charge. So in a neutral atom, the number of electrons and protons remain same. Number of electrons and protons will be same. Electrons will be equal to number of protons. You should make a note. Raghu sir, ये camera understood? Amma? So this is how we find electron, proton, neutron. Alright, next question. So this is what first part we did, electron, proton, neutron in sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus. Now write next question, clear all of you, right? And here make a note, in a neutral atom, how many electron will be there? Same number of proton. Right, next question, find the number of electron, proton, neutron. Second question, right? Copied all of you, simple no? Right, find the number of electron, proton, and neutron. Now see, previously I given neutral atom. Now I am giving you charged particle. What is charged particle? You know, cation. Tell me, cation will bear what charge, student? Plus charge, no? See, sodium cation I am giving. Atomic number 11, mass number 23. Now see, cation of dipositive magnesium ion. What is meant by dipositive? Cation bearing two charge. Here, atomic number 12, mass number 24. See, another I am taking dipositive zinc ion. Atomic number 30, mass number 65. D. Dipositive calcium ion. Atomic number 20, mass number 40. Now in this you find in the same sequence, first find electron, second proton, next neutron. Now see, previously I given neutral atom, this is called cation. Cation means what? It has lost electron. Now in this case, electron proton may not be same. Why? Because it is losing electron. No. So here electron comes how many students? 11 lost 1. So you have to be careful. Cation you have to subtract 1 from 11. Then electrons will be 10. Protons no change 11. Neutrons there will be no change. 23 minus 11. That comes how much? 2. 12. 12 will be neutrons. Clear? Now find how many electron, proton, neutron in the same way in the other three. Symbol in this case, how many electron do you consider? Since positive charge is there, you have to remove 2. So from 12 remove 2. Electrons comes 10 here. Protons there is no change, 12 will be. Neutrons will be 24 minus 12, 12. Understood symbol now? Right. Now in dipositive zinc ion, how many electrons it is having? 30 lost 2. That is 28 electrons. Protons will be 30. Neutrons subtract from 65. 65 minus 30. That comes from us 35. Now find electrons in case of calcium. Calcium is bearing positive charge. Means from 20 subtract 2. Electron comes 18. Protons no change 20. Neutrons will be 20. So in this case, see, if it is neutral atom, electron protons are same. Here in case of ion, electrons may not be equal to what? Proton. Here electron protons are not same. Here copy this. This is what cation we studied. Now write next question. See, right, next question, find number of electron, proton, neutron. Now see, previously I given neutral atom, cation we learned, now I am going for anion. Now what is anion, student? Anion is bearing what charge? Negative charge, means it is gaining an electron. Now see, chloride ion we call. Its atomic number is 17, mass number 35. Now take sulfide ion. What is the charge present on sulfide? S bearing -2. Atomic number 16, mass number 32. Nitride ion. You know nitride is bearing charge -3. Atomic number 7, mass number 14. Next you write phosphide ion. Phosphide, you know, just like nitride, P -3. 15, this mass number 31. Now tell me, similar way, find out electron, proton, neutron. Since it is anion, so you have to be careful here. Anion will add electron. It will add electron. Now tell me, here electron protons will not be same. When I am considering electron, 17 gained 1. Understood, students? To this 17, I have to add 1. That means electron comes 18, protons will be no change. Neutrons from 35 subtract 17. That is 15 minus 7, 8, 18. 18 will be neutrons. Understood? This is in chloride ion. Electrons are 18 because it has gained 1. Protons no change. Neutrons will be 35 minus 17. Now find in case of sulfide ion. Here sulfide ion, how many electrons will be there? 16 gained 2. So electrons, understood, 16, it has gained 2, I have to add 2, 18. Protons no change, 16. Neutrons will be 32 minus 16. That comes 12 minus 6, 16. 16 will be neutrons. Now find number of electron, proton, neutron in nitride ion. What is this ion called? Nitride. Spelling Nitride. It has gained 3. So how many electrons do you consider? 7 gained 3. 10. Protons no change, 7. Neutrons will be 7. Now what is the last ion? Phosphide ion. In phosphide, how many electrons are there? 15 gained 3. That means 18 electrons. Protons no change, 15. Neutrons from 31 subtract 15. 31 minus 15, 11 minus 5, 6. 16 will be neutron. This is in case of anion. So in mole concept we come across these concepts, bridge course, as we are discussing. This will help you when you come into the chapter. You have to know how to find electron, proton, neutron in the basic idea. Understood? Neutral atom we studied, cation we studied, anion we studied. Now write one more question. Copy this. Theorem all of you following now? Now write next question. Find the number of electron, proton, neutron. Now I am giving compound. Later in mole concept you come across compound. See how they ask, find the number of electrons, proton and neutron in. Now see, first compound I am taking ammonia. What is the formula of ammonia? NH3, pungent smelling gas. And you know methane, might be in 10th standard you studied methane in hydrocarbons, CH4. And second one I am taking, third one, sulfuric acid. Formula of sulfuric acid, H2SO4. And D I am taking glucose. What is the formula of glucose, students? Glucose is a carbohydrate, C6H12O6. Copy this. So in mole concept we come across this type of question. Find how many electron, proton, neutrons will be present in ammonia, methane, sulfuric acid, glucose. Now see student how to find electron, proton, neutron in this. What you do, you have to elaborate. Atomic number 7, mass number 14, hydrogen 1 1, you have to taken thrice. Understood? So I elaborated this. See how N714 there are 3 hydrogens. Now when I consider electron, I have to consider from nitrogen. Nitrogen there are 7 electrons, and from hydrogen 1 into 3, 3. Total electrons comes 10. Clear for all? Same way protons also come same. 7 plus 3, that will be same 10 protons. But be careful, nitrogen doesn't have any neutron, which is the only element that do not have any neutron, means hydrogen. Why? 1 minus 1, 0. So in this case, only 14 minus 7. Only from nitrogen I have to consider 7 neutrons. Understood? Here make a note, hydrogen doesn't have any neutron. So later in mole concept they ask questions, find the number of electron, proton, neutron in 7 grams of ammonia, like that. We in the coming session we discuss mole concept. Before going to mole concept, you have to know how to find electron, proton, neutron. The same way find in this methane. What is the formula of methane? CH4. You elaborate in a similar way. See carbon atomic number 6, mass number 12. Hydrogen atomic number 1 1 taken 4. Now tell me how many electrons should I consider? 6 from carbon and from hydrogen 4. Electrons come same 10. Protons also come same, no, 6 plus 4, it is coming same 10. But neutrons would have been asked. Be careful, from hydrogen we don't consider. As hydrogen doesn't have any neutron, so in this case only from carbon we have to consider, not from hydrogen. So neutrons will be 6. Following students? Right. Simple it is. Now find for sulfuric acid. What is the formula of sulfuric acid? H2SO4. There are how many hydrogens? 2 hydrogens are there. So see how I am writing, H11 taken twice. Sulfur atomic number 16, mass number 32. Oxygen atomic number 8, mass number 16. There are 4 oxygen atoms. You have to elaborate like that. Now tell me from hydrogen, if I ask electron, from hydrogen there are 2. From sulfur 16. From oxygen 32. Total when you add 18 plus 32. When you add 18 plus 32, that comes how much? 50. 50 electrons will be there in sulfuric acid. Check, all of you got same answer, 50 electrons should come. Whereas protons also come same, no student, protons also 50 protons, but neutron, we have to detect 2 from hydrogen. That means only from sulfur we have to consider, and oxygen we have to consider. 16 from sulfur and 8 fours are 32. That means how much? 8, 48 will be the neutrons. Are you following? Simple, no? Now glucose, what is the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. Similar way you elaborate. There are 6 carbon. Atomic number of carbon is 6, mass number 12. So you have to multiply this with 6. And hydrogen atomic number 1 1, there are 12 hydrogen. Oxygens there are 6, 4, 8, 16 taken 6. Now find how many electrons, means you have to consider from carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Find out electrons, how many from carbon? 6 6 are 36. 36 plus 12 from hydrogen. 6 8s are 48. Total add 36 plus 12. That comes 48. To the 48 add 48. That is 8 8 16. 96 electron we have to get. Check whether you are getting 96 or not. 96 will be electron. Protons also comes 96. Protons also come same, 36 plus 12 plus 48. 96. But neutrons would have been asked. I should not consider from hydrogen. Hydrogen doesn't have any neutron, so from only from carbon 6 6 are 36 plus 18 minus 8 into 6, 6 8s are 48. That means I have to deduct 12. 36 plus 48. Add 36 plus 48, that comes 14. So 84 will be the number of neutrons. Check all of you got same answer or not. So this is how we find the number of electron, protons, neutrons in where molecule. Are you following? Like you have to elaborate the compound and individual atom you have to find and you have to keep it in mind hydrogen doesn't have any neutron. Here copied up. Now write one more question in the polyatomic ion. What is meant by poly? More than one atom. So in the mole concept in the coming session we get polyatomic ion. Copied all of you this. Till now we discussed in a neutral atom, in a cation, in an anion and in molecule we found. Now we go for the last, right? Find the number of electron, find the number of electron, proton and neutron in polyatomic ion. What is polyatomic ion? See, in NEET they are asking and in JEE means carbonate ion. And you know nitrate. What is the symbol for nitrate? NO3 minus ion. Phosphate ion. What is the symbol for phosphate? CO4 3 minus. And you know sulfate ion. Sulfate ion is shown with SO4 2 minus. What is the name of this ion, students? Carbonate ion. What is the name of this ion called? Nitrate ion. Might be you know in 10th standard crisscross method. And this is called phosphate ion. And this is called sulfate ion. Now similar method. See how many electrons will be there means what you do similar what we did previously. This you elaborate. Atomic number 6, mass number 12. Oxygen atomic number 8, mass number 16. There are 3 oxygen bearing whole charge minus 2. On the total it is bearing charge minus 2. Now if I ask you how many electrons will be there means from carbon take 6. Oxygen 3 8s are 24 and it has gained 2. So total how much it comes? 24 plus 6, 30. 30 plus 2, 32 will be the electrons. Protons will be also same. 6 plus 24 plus, but you should not consider 2. Only you have to consider protons. Don't consider charge on the top. Charge only for electrons. Neutrons will be how many? 6 from carbon. 8 into 3, 24. Neutrons also comes 30. Check everyone got same, understood everyone. So here negative charge is minus 2. For electron you have to add 2 electrons. For protons, neutron, no need to add the charge present on the ion. So 32 will be electron, 30 will be proton, 30 will be the neutron. Now find out in nitrate ion. Similar way N714 O816 taken thrice. On the total, what is the charge it is bearing? Minus 1. Understood. Now electrons comes how many students? 7 from nitrogen. 4 8 3 8s are 24. Gained 1, 25. That comes how much? 25 plus 7, 32 electrons will be there. Check. And protons when you consider, don't consider charge on the top. Only 7 plus this is 24 only we have to consider. 1 we have to deduct. 31 electrons will be there. 31 protons. And neutrons when you consider also same thing. 7 from nitrogen. Here 16 no oxygen. 8 8 3s are 24. Protons, neutrons also come same. 31 proton, 31 neutron, electrons will be 32. Now find out in phosphate ion. In phosphate ion, tell me what should be the number? Phosphate ion. Phosphate, how we write? PO4 2 minus. Phosphate. Phosphorus 15, 31 is the mass number. OH 16, taken 4. On the total, what is the charge it is bearing? -3. Now find how many electrons will be there from phosphorus. There are 15 plus 4 8s are 32 plus gained 3. That comes how much, student? 32 plus 3, 35. 35 plus 15. When you add 35 plus 15, that comes 10, 50 electrons. Check, electrons will be 50. And protons will be, you have to deduct 3. Only 15 plus 32. That comes how much? 47. 47 protons. Neutrons will be also same. 15 from phosphorus and 8, 3, 32. That comes 47. 47 will be neutrons. Now find in sulfate ion. What is sulfate? SO4 2 minus. Sulfur atomic number 16, mass number 32, oxygen 8, 16, taken 4, on the total bearing charge -2. So electrons, when I consider, what should I write? 16 from sulfur, from oxygen 32, and charge on the top. That is 34 plus 16. How much it comes? 34 when you add 16, that comes 10, 50 electrons. What protons would have been asked? We have to deduct 2. 16 plus 32, that comes 48 protons. Neutrons also comes same, 48. 16 plus 32, 48 neutrons. So this is how we find in neutral element, cation, anion, molecule, and polyatomic ion. Copy this. Then this is how we find electron. Now write next heading, atomic mass. Today our discussion will be on atomic mass. Write heading, atomic mass. Now observe here, listen student. What is atomic mass? See, atomic mass is a relative mass, we say. Relative means what? We are comparing with carbon 12. You know, carbon 12, we are comparing how many times an element is heavier compared to 1 by 12th part of C12. Are you getting my point? So atomic mass, what we are doing, we are comparing with whom? Carbon 12. That means an element is how many times heavier than 1 by 12th part of C12 is called atomic mass. So right here, it is a relative property, or we say it is a relative mass taken in terms of which element, with reference to whom we are taking the relative mass? C12, no? So make a note, it is a relative mass taken in reference to, what is that reference element in exam they ask? Reference to C12. What is C12? Carbon 12. That means with carbon 12, we are comparing an element, how many times it is heavier. So hence, if I ask you what is the atomic mass of nitrogen, you remember, all of you, what you do, stick periodic table in your hostel or study room. Because periodic table I told you for every student, because where else you go, organic, inorganic or physical, periodic table will help you. So the thing is, see here, atomic mass of an element can be given by how mass of one atom of an element, mass of one atom of an element upon mass of 1 by 12th part of C12. So this is how we relate atomic mass. That means we are comparing with whom, students? 1 by 12th part of carbon 12. Following, so in exam point of view, they ask you atomic mass is taken with reference to what element? Carbon 12. That means we are comparing how many times an element is heavier than 1 by 12th part of C12. So if I ask you what is the atomic mass for nitrogen, you are familiar, no? If you see in periodic table, atomic mass for nitrogen will be given 14U. What is U? Unified mass. Atomic mass of nitrogen is 14U. What does it mean? It is 14 times heavier compared to 1 by 12th part of water, C12. So U means what? Unified mass. In the olden days, they mentioned atomic mass in AMU. But now we are representing with what? U. U is what? Unified mass. But olden days they have been even represented as what? AMU. AMU, what is the full form of AMU? Atomic mass unit. And U is what? Unified mass. Now what we are representing is unified mass. You can even write AMU also, or it can be even write Dalton. Any of this we can use. That means it is 14 times heavier than 1 by 12th part of C12. Same way, if I ask you what is the atomic mass of oxygen, what you say? 16U we say. That means it is 16 times heavier than 1 by 12th part of C12. If I ask you what is the atomic mass for sulfur, sulfur we wrote no 32. It is 32 times heavier than 1 by 12th part of C12. Copy this. Understood, students? What is atomic mass? Is simple, no? It is nothing but we are comparing with the carbon 12. How many times an element is heavier? Now see, one AMU. What is AMU, students? Just now we discussed. One AMU. Make a note. Atomic mass unit will be how many grams? 1.66 into 10 power minus 27 kg. So one atomic mass will be equal to this many kg. If I write in grams, what will be the value? 1 kg 1000 grams, no, multiply with 1000, then it comes 1.66 into 10 power minus 24 grams. This conversion factor you have to remember, important, put star mark. So one atomic mass unit will be equal to 1.66 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram, or 1.66 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Understood, students? Now see, next we have to discuss average atomic mass. See, this is important in NEET as well as JEE mains. Average atomic mass. So average atomic mass now onwards we represent with AAM. Copied all of you. Next, till now we discussed what is atomic mass. Next I have to teach you what is average atomic mass. See, this average atomic mass is generally what we observe in the periodic table. If you observe the periodic table, you will observe hydrogen atomic mass will be given 1.008 U, but roughly we take in calculation 1, no? Same way, if you see chlorine atomic mass in the periodic table, they will mention 35.5. Are you getting my point? See, 35.5, there is fraction. See, fractional values are there. See, why we are getting 0.008, 35.5. If you see the periodic table, the actual mass what we are taking from periodic table is average atomic mass. Then why we get such fractions like 35.5 or 1.008? The reason is presence of isotopes. Are you following, students? What I am saying is why we are getting fractional value like 0.5, 0.008. It is due to presence of what? Isotopes. Then student, what is meant by isotope? So what are isotopes? Isotopes, for every element there will be particular isotope. For example, see, if I am taking hydrogen, hydrogen has three isotopes: protium, deuterium, tritium. Tritium is a radioactive isotope. Radioactive means what? It is unstable. Getting idea? So here see, atomic number remains same. What is atomic number? See, atomic number is remaining same, but mass number is not same. See. So if the atomic number is coming same, mass number is different, such are called isotopes. Same way, if I take oxygen, see, oxygen has isotopes of O816, O817. See, atomic number is same, but what is varying? Mass number is varying. So like this, every element will have isotope. Same way, if I take nitrogen, nitrogen has N714, N713. Like this, and in the periodic table you study later in the main chapter, tin has maximum 10 isotopes. What is tin, students? You know, tin, stannum we say. This has maximum of 10 isotopes. So due to presence of these isotopes, what we are getting? Fractional values we are getting. So in assertion reasoning they can ask you, average atomic mass is fractional. They give in the statement assertion. And the reason they may say the fractional value is due to presence of isotope. So and in the option they give you assertion is true, reason is true, but reason is not giving explanation. Second option they give you A is true, R is true, R is giving explanation. So we can opt this in A is true, R is true, because see why we are getting fractional values due to presence of isotopes. Getting my point what I am saying? Are you catching? So this is why we are getting fractional. If they ask, make a note, it is due to presence of isotopes, and copy these isotopes. Following students. So average atomic mass in NEET as well as JEE mains, they are asking questions from average atomic mass. For example, write one question. Copied all of you. See one question you write. You know chlorine. Chlorine has two isotopes. See what are the two isotopes? Chlorine 17, mass number 35, and another chlorine 1737. These are the two isotopes of chlorine, and here they give you percentage abundance. Abundance means what? Availability. The abundance of the first element is 75%, and abundance for the second element is 25%. Are you getting idea? So abundance of two elements given to you, 75% for first element, 25% for the second element. Then question is find the average atomic mass. We have to find what will be the average atomic mass. Now see, in order to find average atomic mass, what we do, there is one relation. Average atomic mass is equal to summation of, this is summation means what we have to add, atomic mass into percentage abundance. What the atomic mass of that particular element, and abundance you have to multiply by summation of total abundance. Summation of what is the total abundance of that element. This is the relation to find what average atomic mass. Copy this. Understood? In order to find average atomic mass, what we do? The atomic mass of the particular element. What is the atomic mass is given? That you have to multiply with abundance. Abundance will be given how much percent? 75% suppose. So I have to multiply 35 with 75 plus other element is having mass number 37. 37 into 25. And in the denominator we have to take total abundance. Total abundance how much? 100%. Getting idea? Now find out average atomic mass for chlorine. See what I do. This 35 is the mass number, no students? So this 35 percentage abundance I am multiplying with 75 plus abundance of this second element is 25 into atomic mass 37. So 37 into 25 by total mass, total percentage 100. Now multiply in the rough work 35 with 75. Everyone, 35 when you multiply with 75, how much you get? 5 5s are 25, 3 5s are 15 plus 2 17, 5 7s are 35, 3 7s are 21. Is it coming 5? This is 12, 5 6 2 6 2625 you get. Once check. Is it correct? 2625 on multiplying. Same way 37 you multiply with 25. 37 with 25 when you multiply, 5 7s are 35, 3 5s are 15 plus 3, 18, 2 7s are 14, 3 2s are 6, 7. This comes how much? 12 and 9. 925 I am getting. Check is it coming for you same 925 or not. By total abundance 100. Now add this 2625 plus 925. That comes how much? 5. This comes 15. This is 3000. Is it coming 3550? Check. This I have to divide with 100. 10 get cancelled. So 355 upon 10 comes 35.5. This will be the average atomic mass for chlorine, and I have to mention in what unit? U. What is U? Unified mass. So understood students. So how we are getting average atomic mass? The percentage abundance is multiplied with atomic mass. So here percentage abundance is 75 into 35 plus 37 into 25 upon total abundance. Clear? Followed? Are you following everyone? So this is how we find average. Average atomic mass is due to presence of what student? Isotopes. Now write one more question. A question you write. You know boron. Boron has two isotopes. One is B510, another is B511. So what are the two isotopes of boron? B510, B511. So in exam they give you the isotopes, and its average atomic mass. See, what is average atomic mass is given? Its mass is given 10.8 U. Average atomic mass of the boron has been given. Now my question is find percentage abundance. The question is find percentage abundance of B510 and B511. Now previous question we know abundance and we even know atomic mass. But in this question see abundance he has not given. Only average atomic mass given. Are you following, students? And we have to find abundance of each element. Then how you approach? Since percentage abundance is not given, let us assume abundance of B10 be X you assume. If this abundance of B510 is X, what will be the abundance of B511? 100 minus X you assume. Are you getting idea? So abundance of B510 assume as X. Here make a note. Let abundance of B510 be X. So what will be abundance of B511, students? Abundance of B511 will be, since percentage no, 100 minus X. Now relate in the same average atomic mass had he given in the problem. Given no, how much he has given? 10.8. So this 10.8 I have to multiply X with, what is the atomic mass for B10? 10. X into 10 plus 100 minus X is the abundance for the second element into 11 by total abundance. Total abundance is how much? 100. Now what you do? Cross multiply. This comes how much? 100 you bring this side. 10800, put decimal after one digit. That comes 1080. This is equal to 10x. You have to multiply entire thing. 11 into 100, 1100 minus 11x. Correct? And from 10x, 11x get cancelled. What will be remaining? Minus x. And 1100 you bring to left side. That means minus 1100. Getting idea? From minus 1100 you have to subtract 1080. That comes how much? 20. Minus 20. So minus minus get cancelled. So x value how much we are getting, students? 20. Means this 20 is the percentage abundance of which element? B510. So percentage abundance of B510 will be how much, students? That is 20%. So what will be the percentage abundance of the second element would have been asked. What you do? From 100 minus x, since we assumed 100. So x value substitute 20, that comes 80%. Simple, understood? This type of questions we get in JEE mains as well as numerical problems, and in the NEET we get abundance. By giving, they may ask you to find both. By giving abundance and percentage abundance and atomic mass, they can give average atomic mass, or by giving average atomic mass they can ask you to find abundance. So today we conclude here, we stop here, and tomorrow while coming once revise this concept. Till now what I thought, today we discussed atomic mass and average atomic mass. Once all of you revise this, and tomorrow we continue with molar mass, gram molar mass, formula mass, then we go into mole concept. Okay students, bye. I'm ending the session. Wish you all the best. Prepare well tomorrow while coming the class. Bye. Hmm.
Hello, hi, good morning, everyone. So, yesterday we started with a new chapter that is matrices. Just I'm giving you glimpse of that again, and then we'll start with a new topic as well. So, matrices. Okay. Yesterday I told you that it is nothing but rectangular array or arrangement of numbers or function. All right. So we use this kind of brackets, I would say. It is not actually a bracket, but I am just saying it in a simpler language. All right. And one thing I told you that we will always denote it with a capital letter. So now suppose this is 1, 2, minus 1 and 0. This is a matrix. And I told you to write the order here. How many rows are there? 1 and 2. 2 rows are there. How many columns are there? 1 and 2. 2 columns are there. Horizontally rows, vertically columns. First we write row, second we write column. This is just a way to do it. So, and yesterday I told you about A11, A22, A33, these kind of notations also I told you. So now today I am just telling you how to write a matrix. Suppose if a question is given like this, Aij, and this bracket is kind of given to you, and suppose order is given as M cross N. So this is the way to write a matrix. This means what? Elements will be of the form A11, A22, A33 and up to so on, like A12, A13, up to so on. So it will go like this. A11, that means first row, first column. How many columns will be there? Yes, n columns will be there and m rows will be there. So A21, that means AM1, because m rows has to be there, and this I am talking about the first column only. Similarly, A12 up to so on, last element will be A1n. Why? Because this is the first row and this is the last column n. Okay. A22 and up to so on, A2n up to so on, last element will be AMN, because this is mth row, nth column. This is just a repetition. We'll discuss today more things. It is not about only the representation, how we write the matrix and all that, but of course basic things you should know actually. All right, and yesterday we did types of matrices also. So many matrices were there: scalar matrix, diagonal matrix, identity matrix, and yes, identity matrix is also known as unit matrix also. Okay, where I mentioned no identity matrix. Identity matrix was of this kind of 1 0 0. That means all the diagonal elements has to be 1. This is nothing but identity matrix. Identity matrix is also known as unit matrix. Okay. Null matrix, zero matrix, both are the same things only. And many more ways. Column matrix, row matrix, these kind of things. So next, now next. Today I am going to do one more type of matrix that is known as, either it will be upper triangular matrix or it will be a lower triangular matrix. As the name is depicting itself, suppose if I am talking about upper triangular. Okay, suppose if I am talking about upper triangular means upper numbers will be there. Suppose A, B, C. These are the diagonal elements, 3 cross 3. Of course, I am talking about square matrix here. All right. Suppose D, E, F. That means these elements are already there. Can be like not every element has to be 0, I would say. Okay. But remaining these has to be 0. Condition is I should be greater than 0. Whenever I is greater than 0 in Aij, that means this number is greater than this number, then this number will be 0. How I am saying so? See, this is 3 cross 3 matrix. This is a triangle kind of, we can see, no? This is triangle, upper like diagonal if you'll say. So this is kind of a triangle only. Alright, so that means upper should be there, down should be zeros. Okay, this is just a way to remember. Now what does it mean? See, I mentioned first number. Suppose this I am talking about 2 and 1. I is greater than j. This will be 0. This is A22. I will be equals to j. This can't be 0. So now I'll take 3, 1. This number is again greater than 1. 0. 3, 2. First number is again greater than second one. So again it will be 0. So this is nothing but what? A21, A31, A3. Alright, this will be 0. So this condition is satisfied. Like this is a definition only. I'm just telling you why I is greater than j I have written. Next. Similarly, if I talk about lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix name is already there. So down elements will be there, but up, suppose if I'll write this A, B, C, D, E, F, but this will be zeros. Alright, here condition is J should be greater than I. Aij equals to 0. Okay. We'll do one point now. Now this number is what? First row, second column. That means A12. J is greater than I. So this is your. Similarly, A13. Similarly, A23. A13. A23. Next. Next, I am going to talk about trace of a matrix A. This is very easy. Trace of A. Next topic, I would say. Simple topic. Suppose the elements are of this kind. A, B, C. Rest anything is there. Suppose E, F, anything. G. Anything is there. Any matrix is there. These are the diagonal elements. So trace of A, this is the way to write. Trace of A is equals to the sum of all the diagonal elements. Sum of all diagonal elements. Okay. So this is nothing but what? It is coming out to be A plus B plus C. Here. Now I'll do another topic as well. This was a trace of matrix. Now I'll do another topic, that is equality of matrices. Equality of matrices. Suppose one matrix is A, where order is, or where matrix is of the form Aij, order is M cross N. Alright. Another matrix is B, Bij, that means elements will be of the form, they are both are different matrices right now. So for equality, I'll tell you the condition. If it is satisfying both the conditions, two conditions will be there. If it is satisfying both the conditions, that means these two matrices will be equal now. That I'll tell you later. But right now I'm writing different. Now, what does it mean? Two conditions. Two matrices to be equal. First condition is order should be same. Okay, first thing, so they should be comparable. We can compare the matrices. If suppose this is 2 cross 3 and this is 3 cross 2. Okay, only 2 rows are there, 3 rows are there. You can't compare, no? So we can't say anything whether they are equal or not. Of course, we will say they are not equal only. Alright. So first condition is order should be same. If it is not there, equality will not happen. Second, corresponding elements should also be same. Corresponding elements should be same. I'll tell you the meaning of corresponding. Should be equal or same, you can say. Now what does it mean? First condition means, suppose I'm taking a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. Order is 2 cross 2. Another matrix if I am taking as 5, 6, 7, 8. Order is 2 cross 2. Order is 2 cross 2. Are these two matrices equal? No. So if one condition is also satisfied, we cannot say the matrices are equal. Order is same, okay, fine. But corresponding elements are not equal. 1 is not equals to 5. Corresponding means what? First place, first place. First row, second place. First row, second place. Second row, first column. I'm using all the different words. Anything which you are understanding. Second row, first column. Second row, first column. Second row, second column. So neither of them are equal. Okay, so I'll say these two matrices are not equal. Similarly, if I'll see, or if I'll talk about another example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1. Order is same. 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2. Elements also I can see the same elements, but corresponding elements are not same. See, corresponding means what? What I told. First row, first column. First row, first column. 1 is not equals to 2, no? So again, these two matrices are also not equal. Simple. I hope I'm clear till this part. Just have a look. We'll proceed. Next, the very important topic, algebra of matrix. Algebra, name is depicting itself. We are talking about addition, we are talking about subtraction, we are talking about multiplication, but we are not talking about division right now. Algebra of matrix. Algebra means, first I am talking about addition, then I'll talk about subtraction, then I'll talk about multiplication. Addition and subtractions are very easy, very easy. Simply you have to subtract and simply you have to add. Nothing you have to do, no rocket science. Little multiplication we have to calculate something. Okay, that I'll tell you. That is not complicated, that is not difficult, but you have to perform some steps over there. Addition. Suppose two matrices I am giving, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is not necessary that it should be in the continuation. No, any matrix you can take. Suppose I am taking 1 minus 2. Okay, we can take this matrix. But right now I am doing with the all the positive numbers. I'll do with the negative numbers also, no issues. Second matrix is suppose 2, 4, 6, 8. Randomly I have taken. It is not necessary that it has to be the multiple of it. No, not at all necessary. Just I'm keeping the random examples also, and I'm telling you it is not necessary. Nothing is necessary. The condition which is necessary is order should be same. Order should be same, then only addition and subtraction is possible. For multiplication also, order, it is not necessary that order should be same. One more condition is there that I'll tell you. But if your order is same, then also multiplication is possible. Wait, I'll tell you. Now addition means what? Plus sign. Here condition is order should be same. Now we'll add the only corresponding elements. Corresponding elements we have to add. 1 plus 2. Corresponding elements. No? Now this 2 and 4 at the same position. 2 plus 4. 3 plus 6. This step, when you will be pro in it, no need to perform this step. Okay, just this is the beginning, that's why I'm doing this step. Otherwise, no need. 4 plus 8. Okay, 1 plus 2 is what? 3. 2 plus 4 is 6, 9, and it is 12. So again, when you will see order is coming out to be same. Of course, order will come out to be same. We have not we have not any done the altercation or something like. We have not done anything with the order. Only we have added the elements, not only elements. We have added the corresponding elements. Here. Next, similarly, I'll do subtraction. Subtraction, simply same thing. Order should be same. Corresponding elements we have to subtract. Suppose I am taking any matrix 1, 2, 1, 5. Order is what? 2 cross 2. Okay, I'll take one example. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9, 3. Order is how many rows? 2 rows, 3 columns. Is subtraction possible? No. See how. You will subtract these two numbers. Okay, correspondingly. Okay, you will subtract 2 and 3 also. But what about this 5? Don't write only minus 5. No. So, subtraction is not possible. Is not possible. as order is not same or order is different. Alright. So I'll take the two matrices which are having the same order. Randomly 1 2 1 5. Order is what? 2 cross 2. Subtraction I am doing with 0, 5, 8 and 3. Randomly. Now subtraction is possible as the order is same. Subtraction is possible. So what does it mean now? Corresponding elements we have to subtract. 1 and 0 at the same position. 2 and 5 is at the same position. 1 and 8 at the same position. 5 and 3 is at the same position. Order is 2 cross 2. 1 minus 0, 1, 2 minus 5, minus 3, 1 minus 8, minus 7, 5 minus 3 is 2. So the order is 2 cross 2. Order remains same. Order will remain same. This is the subtraction of two matrices. See, these things, directly question will not come. Subtract two matrices in J mains. Everyone will crack now. Of course. But if you will not do the basic thing, how you will do the big question? Of course, J main question means what? Few steps you have to perform. Okay, few concepts you have to apply. So this is just a concept only, no? Either this concept can be applicable or some else concept, suppose trace of a concept. So first we'll do all the concepts, understand the concepts, meaning of the concepts. Then you will realize how to apply those concepts. Alright. Without knowing how to climb, how you will climb the stairs? Of course, you should know that you have to lift your leg, then only you will climb the stair. Okay, so step by step. So these are the concepts. Now comes your multiplication. That is interesting also, little calculative, okay, but interesting one. So just you have to pay attention to it. Multiplication of two matrices. Now singular is matrix, plural is matrices. Okay, suppose any matrix I am taking. 1, 0, 3, 2, 5 and 6. Order is what? 2 rows, 3 columns. Okay. Alright. Another matrix if I'll take as 2, 9, 8, 3, 6, 6. Elements can be same also. It is not necessary. Nothing is compulsory. That only this has to be the matrix, then only it is possible. No. But one condition is there for this. Now see that condition. This is what? 3 rows, 2 columns. Okay, so 3 rows, 2 columns. Now condition is if I am doing AB, that means first matrix is A and second matrix is B. So first matrix column and second matrix row should be equal. Repeating. First I have taken A column, B row, number of rows, number of columns. Okay, so A का number of row should be equal to B का number of, A का number of column should be equal to B का number of row. Second number should be equal to first number. Anything, any language you understand. Alright, shall I start? Now, when you will multiply, no, you will see one thing. you will get a matrix of 2 cross 2. The numbers which are left, no, that matrix you will get. How? That I'll tell you. Alright, now see it very carefully. See, as I told you, which matrix you will get at the end? 2 cross 2 matrix you will get. That means which elements you will get? A11, A12, A21, A22. Okay. Or I'll write AB1, AB12, AB21, AB22. Okay. Or you can write C11, C12. No issues. Like, we don't have to focus on that part. The main thing is we will multiply first row and first column. First row with the first column. 1 1 means first row with the first column. I will multiply correspondingly. 1 will be multiplied with 2. Okay. 0 will be multiplied with 8. Inside plus sign will come. 3 will be multiplied with 6. This is first row is getting multiplied with first column of the next matrix. Similarly, what does it mean? First row, second column. Okay, second column. Now first row, 1 will be multiplied with 9. 0 will be multiplied with 3. And 3 will be multiplied with 6. See it once again. It is not completed, I am doing. Now what does it mean? Repeating. First row will be multiplied with first column. First row only will be multiplied with second column of the next matrix with which we are multiplying. We will multiply the elements and plus sign will be there in between. Next, what does it mean? Second row, first column. Now this is your second row, first column is already there. So 2 into 2 plus 5 into 8. As we are proceeding to the next element, we have to proceed to the next element. Now 6 will be multiplied with 6. Okay. Similarly, second row, second column. So 2 into 9, 5 into 3, 6 into 6. Okay. Now I can have the next page also, but I don't want to have actually, because these calculations we have to see now, so I'm writing it here. 1 2 is a 2, 0 8 is a 0, 3 6 is a 18. Of course, this step you can skip, but when you will be through with the concept, after doing so many questions, this step is not needed. We can write it directly also. Okay, this if we'll do it in our mind, but depends where you are writing. So if you are writing it for CBSE, then you have to perform the steps. You have to write the steps also. 9 ones are 9. 0 into 3 is 0. 6 3s are 18. 2 2s are 4. 5 8s are 40. 6 6 are 36. So correspondingly I am writing 9 2s are 18. 5 3s are 15. 6 6 are 36. Of course, order is nothing but 2 cross 2. So 2 plus 18, 20. This will come out to be 27. 18 plus 9, 27. 44. It will come out to be 80. And this will come out to be 13, 19, 60. 2 cross. Clear? Repeating again. Whenever two matrices are given and we have to find the product, number of column should be equal to the number of row. Depends upon the order, which order we are multiplying. AB is not equals to BA. Okay. Two matrices. It is not necessary that AB will always be equals to BA. That is particular cases that we'll discuss later on. It is not necessary. So answer may vary. Answer will vary in fact. So now this the number of column should be equal to the number of row of this. We'll write now which two numbers are left? 2 and 2. That we'll write. First row, first column, first row, second column, second row, first column, second row, second column. This is the way to write it. So now we'll multiply in this order only. First row will be multiplied with first column, first row will be multiplied with second column. Second row will multiplied with first column, second row will multiplied with second column. Okay, that was I have done. Add them and get the answer. All right, just have a look and then I'll proceed. The same example if I'm taking, I'll show you that AB is not equals to BA. How? That will tell you. Which two matrices were there? A was 103, 256, 103, 256, and B is 298366. 29836. Alright, earlier we did A into B, now we will do B into A. The order was, or order is 2 cross 3, order is 3 cross 2. Now BA. BA means what? First we'll keep the elements of B, 298366. Then we will multiply the elements of then we'll keep A matrix 103, 2, 5. First we have written B, then we have written A. Now this is what? 3 cross 2. This is what? 2 cross 3. Number of column should be equal to number of row. First condition is satisfied. Okay. So now when we will multiply B and A, order will come out to be 3 cross 3, and when we did AB, order was 2 cross 2. First thing, so this is also not equal only. So anyhow answer will not come out to be equal. Okay, but I'll tell you how. Now 3 cross 3 answer will come. 3 cross 3 will come. So I'm taking C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31, C32, C33. I am not taking A and B because A I will take for this, B will take for this. So AB we have to take, but instead of writing AB, I am taking C. This is not anything compulsory. Alright. Now what does it mean? First row will be multiplied with first column. First row will be multiplied with first column. Okay, we'll do 2 into 1 plus 9 into 2. Now first row will be multiplied with second column. First row 2 into 0 plus 9 into 5. Now first row will be multiplied with third column. First we have to deal with all the first rows, and then we'll proceed first column, second column, third column. If fourth column is also there, you can have it in the first column. So 2 into 3 plus 9 into 6. Next, now second row, first column. Now we'll see all the second rows. 8 into 1 plus 3 into 2. You will see one thing, this 1 1, this 2 2 will remain same every time. Okay. 8 into 0 plus 3 into 5. Similarly, 8 into 3, second row, third column I am multiplying now. 8 into 3 plus 3 into 6. Okay. Third row, first column. Third row, first column. 6 into 1 plus 6 into 2. 6 into 0 plus 6 into 5. 6 into 3 plus 6 into 6. That means third row, third column. Now we'll multiply and then we will add. 2 ones are 2, 9 twos are 18. 2 0 0, 9 fours are, 9 fives are 45. 2 threes are 6, 9 six are 54. 8 ones are 8, 3 twos are 6. Zeros, 3 fives are 15. 8 threes are 24, 6 threes are 18. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12. 0 and 6 fives are 30. 6 threes are 18, 6 six are 36. If you want to add 0 plus, you can write it here. No issues. But anyhow, answer will come out of that only. That's why I do it that way. instead of using the next page because of the calculation here, so I am writing on the left side. 2 plus 18, 20. 0 plus 45, 45. 54 plus 6, 60. 14, 15, and then it will come out to be 42. 6 plus 12, 18. 0 plus 30, 30, and it will come out to be 54. 18 plus 36 is 54. Now we will compare. See, this is B into A, matrix has come out to be 3 cross 3. And when I multiplied the same matrices and I took the multiplication or product as AB, the matrix was 2 cross 2. One matrix is 2 cross 2, another matrix is 3 cross 3. First, the order is also not same. Second thing, elements are also not same. Here elements are here elements are 20 and 27, 80 and 69. Okay. And in the next slide, when we did B into A, elements are 20, 45, 60, 14, 15, 42, 18, 30, and 50. So we have performed AB necessarily not equals to BA. I hope I'm clear to all. Just have a look and then we'll proceed. All right. Next, if I have to multiply a matrix with a scalar, scalar means what? A single number only. Suppose any scalar is k. If I am multiplying any matrix with any k, this is a scalar multiplication. Okay. Now suppose A matrix is multiplication of matrix by a scalar. Multiplication of matrix by a scalar. Scalar means any constant number only, any number. Okay, anything. So suppose A matrix is 5, 0, 3, 2, minus 1, minus 3. Any matrix is like this. What is the order? 2 rows, 3 columns. Suppose k is 3 or 9, anything it can be. Randomly I am taking 9 times of A. If I am multiplying any matrix, suppose with the 9 or this matrix only. So this 9 will be multiplied with all the elements. 9 into 5, 9 into 0. Of course, you don't have to stop. You don't have to do this step in the exam. No. But just to give you the idea or just to clear the basics first, I am doing all the steps. 9 into 3, 9 into 2, 9 into minus 1. These are the all elements. And I am multiplying with particular number, that is 9. 9 into minus 3. Order will remain, of course, same. 9 fives are 45, 9 zeros 0, 9 threes are 27, 9 twos are 18, 9 minus 1s are minus 9, 9 threes are 27, of course plus minus sign will come. Okay, so order will remain same. Now one matrix, one question I'll do on this basis. One question I am doing. So next question on this basis only. First, X matrix is given as 1A and 0, 1. Alright. And it is also given as 3x minus of another matrix 2, 3, 0, 2, 2, 3, 0, 2. This operation, after applying this operation, answer is already given us as we'll get 1, 3, 0, 1. Okay, now two things are applicable here. First, so I am multiplying any matrix with a scalar 3. Okay, so I'll do that. Now 3 will be multiplied with full matrix X. 3 ones are 3. 3 into A is 3A. 3 into 0 is 0. 3 into 1 is 2. Alright, minus this matrix as it is 2, 3, 0 and 2. Answer we will get as 1, 3, 0, 1. Okay, we have to find the value of A here. The question is, we have to find the value of A here. Find A. Okay, so now order is same. This is 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2. So subtraction is possible. Okay, 3 minus 2, 1. 3A minus 3. 0 minus 0 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. Now equality also they have given. Another concept which is being used as equality of matrices. As I told you, one question they will give. It is not they will only ask you the addition and subtraction only. Concepts will be applicable there. The first concept is scalar multiplication, then is subtraction, and then is equality of matrix. Now corresponding elements are equal. You can see this 1 is equals to 1, 0 equals to 0, 1 equals to 1. So this means 3A is equals to 3 also. So this implies 3A minus 3 is nothing but equals to 3. Corresponding elements are equal in equality of matrices. This 3 is minus here on the right side, it will become plus. So it will come out to be 3A is equals to 6. This 3 is multiplied on the right side, it will divide. So A value we will get as 2. Just check. A value we will get as 2. I hope this is clear to everyone. Next question. On the same basis we'll do. One more question I'm doing on the same basis. Now the question is, pattern is little different, but steps depend. Whatever the operation they are asking us to apply, we'll apply the question and we'll apply the steps. Find the value of x and y. Find the value of x and y if question is 2 into matrix is 1 3 0 x plus y 0 1 2 equals to 5 6 1 8. All right, so we have to find the value of x and we have to find the value of y also. Whatever the operation they are asking, we'll do that. 2, any scalar, if I have to multiply with any matrix, what I'll do, this 2 will be multiplied with all the elements. So 2 into 1, 2, 2 threes are 6, 2 zeros, 0, 2 into x, 2x. Plus the other matrices y 0, 1, 2 will remain same. The other matrix, resultant matrix is 5, 6, 1, 8. Now we'll apply this operation plus. Corresponding elements we will add because this is also 2 cross 2. This is also 2 cross 2. Addition is possible. Alright. So 2 plus y. Corresponding elements 6 plus 0. 0 plus 1. 2x plus 2 equals to 5, 6, 1, 8. This order is also 2 cross 2. This order is also 2 cross 2. So equality is possible. But they have given they are already equal. So order is also same. That means corresponding elements will also be equal. Okay. So that means corresponding elements means what? 2 plus y equals to 5. This implies y value will come out to be 3. 6 plus 0, 6. 0 plus 1, 1. So which is left? 2x plus 2 equals to 8. This 2 will go on the right side. It will become 6. X value will come out to be 3. So x is also 3. Y is also 3. So today this all we have done, and tomorrow we'll do some other topic. I hope everyone have understood. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, all. Hello, everyone. So it's my name is Gautam, and I take botany here. And we have already started one class before that. So the chapter which we are going to deal in this This session is cell, the unit of life. So basics of this introduction we have already discussed in first class. So the continuation of that we are going to discuss it now. See, in the last hour what we have discussed, and this what we have discussed is, that is previous year analysis also we have discussed. So how many questions has been asked from last year, like past 10 years data it is there. So these are all previous year questions analysis. So these many number of questions it came from this particular chapter, and this is topic wise analysis. And the last concept what we have discussed is there, no, that is cell introduction part and cell theory. So that cell theory and cell introduction part, from that these many questions has been, especially like an overview of the cell. Before that it is there, no, 6 questions they have from just one para there. And continuation of that, see what we have discussed is what is a cell, and the definition of the cell, and the functions of the cell, and cell theory. So that we have discussed in the last class. So if you have any doubts you can just comment your doubts are in the chat section, so that I can see and clarify there. So cell, all the organisms it is made up of cells, we know that, even taking from a single small prokaryotic unicellular organisms to, and huge multicellular animals or plants. So all the organisms are made up of cells, or products of cells. So how do we got to know, and on what basis, or what so in what confidence I am speaking this much? Because of the scientists who gave cell theory, who formulated cell theory and all. So we know that the cell theory has been formulated by two scientists, that is Schleiden and Schwann. So in the year of 1838, Schleiden has who is a German botanist, who gave a statement that the cells, plants are made up of different kind of cells and different kind of tissues. And in 1839, in a 1 year after that, Schwann, who is a German zoologist, who gave a statement of the animal cells are covered with an outer layer, that is nothing but uh, today what we refer it as a plasma membrane. And next to that he also gave one more statement. He concluded that the plant cells has one more outer layer to that we call it as cell wall. So he concluded that, even being a geologist, he worked on the plant cells as well as, and he gave that statement. So regarding this, he gave an hypothesis also.